Hollywood and New York City, it's Rockline, the show where you interview the biggest stars in rock and roll. Hello again, I'm Bob Coburn. Rockline is brought to you in part by Budweiser. Nothing beats a Bud. And by Visa. It's everywhere you want to be. Tonight, Rockline is an evening with Roger Glover and Lynn Turner of Deep Purple. So get your questions ready and call us toll-free in the U.S. and Canada. 1-800-344-ROCK. That's 1-800-344-7625. One number toll-free from anywhere in North America. Before we begin tonight, I want to extend our wishes from everybody on the Rockline staff, and I'm sure all of our listeners as well, to David Crosby, who's a little laid up tonight. He had a motorcycle wreck over the weekend. He has a broken left ankle, a broken left knee, a broken left arm, and a broken left shoulder. Basically, the left side of his body is broken. And, of course, he was here 1 week ago tonight. He's feeling fine under the circumstances and should be out of the hospital in about a week. He was riding his Harley-Davidson, not going fast, not speeding or anything, had a mechanical problem, and he felt the best thing to do was just to bail off the bike, and he didn't crash into anything and was not speeding, just made a decision, I'm getting off this motorcycle. So David, we wish you well. Deep Purple has gone through some changes again, and they've landed on their feet in full stride. With a new lead vocalist and a new label, the band enters the 90s with renewed enthusiasm and a collection of new songs to blend with a long list of old favorites. It's a pleasure for Rockline to welcome from Deep Purple, Roger Glover. Roger, good evening and welcome.
How you doing, Bob? I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great. And also with you in New York City tonight, Lynn Turner. Joe, how are you?
Fine, Bob. How about yourself?
I'm doing good tonight. I hear you guys are going to wait until after the holidays to tour. Was wondering if that is the case and why you came to that decision.
Well, holidays are very important. We get our priorities right, you know. Don't want to go and work when there's a holiday to be had.
We're not stupid, you know. We're just in a rock band.
No, actually, we've got a lot of rehearsing to do, which is something that we really look forward to. It's going into a room and playing the same songs over and over again to a brick wall. It's great.
It's sort of punishment before the fun begins.
Yeah. Now you begin the fun in Europe, I guess, huh?
That's right. Yeah, I think on January 14th.
Yeah, middle of January somewhere. Yeah, we start off, I think, in Budapest.
Is that right?
And we're going on this tour to a lot of places we hadn't been to before, because Europe's opened up a lot.
That's right.
So it's going to be a really good tour for us. We're going to be doing about 2 months there and then coming here probably late March.
So in late March for North America. What about Japan? We have Japanese listeners now. How about a tour over there?
We'll be in Japan in about 6 years' time from now.
So set your watch.
Not true. Actually, we'll be in Japan straight after that, I think, sometime in the fall.
Sometime next year.
Well, early,
this year. Next year.
Late summer, early fall, yeah.
Good. Roger, I'm going to throw this one at you. Ian Gillan, no longer in the band, and you and he were very tight. Do you remain good friends, and why is he not in Deep Purple anymore?
Well, yes, we do remain tight. We drink as much as we can. We've been good friends for a long time. We were in a band together since 1965, and we joined Deep Purple at the same time in 1969. We left about the same time in 73, so there's a long history to us. And it's a kind of difficult thing to talk about because a band is like a very complicated marriage. And any marriage that goes through a divorce, there's going to be some sort of weird feelings. So Ian and I have this agreement that we actually don't talk about Deep Purple because we want to remain friends. But it was one of those things that kind of had to happen, and sometimes you can't mix friendship and business, and this was one of those business things that had to happen. And we all wish him well, we wish him good luck in his career, and we'll remain friends. But now we have a change, and Lynn Turner's our new singer. So
you bet he is. And a great choice. To me, very logical and a terrific choice. Was it automatic, Joe, or were a lot of people auditioned?
Well, to my knowledge, it wasn't automatic at all because I kept in touch with the guys, Roger and Richie pretty much. And initially, they didn't want me to sing for them only because not purely through journalistic and critical problems, really. They felt that I was going to say it was all going to be compared to Rainbow, and things like that. But I think, Roger, you said you auditioned quite a few fellas.
I should really answer this for Joe because he wasn't there when we were making this decision. We'd been, playing with different guys and listening to a lot of tapes, and we went through a mountain of tapes. And although we came across some really good singers, there was nothing that really sparked the band. And when Joe's name came up, there was some hesitation because of the past, the Rainbow connection. It wasn't personal, it was just, that whatever credibility Purple had was maybe being undermined. But my initial misgivings on that really went out the window when Joe came up and blew with us in rehearsal studio. We had a jam, and right from the get-go, and the band just kicked in, and it was brilliant, and Joe sang great. And at that point, I said, well, all criticism out the window, because the music's great, and that's really what we're in it for, is the music.
You bet.
And the music was happening, so it was a natural choice, and we're all very happy with that.
First song tonight is King of Dreams. You really was a one take on this one?
Absolutely. It was a jam that nobody even remembered except Raj here, because he records everything. And he was reviewing some of the tapes one day and found this little ditty.
Is that you over the top on the intro, Joe? With the, the breathing there? Let's check this out. King of Dreams, Deep Purple. King of Dreams, Deep Purple from Slaves and Masters. We're with Joe Lynn Turner and Roger Glover. By the way, every caller who gets on the air with Roger and Joe tonight will receive an autographed copy of the brand new CD, Slaves and Masters. And at the end of tonight's show, we'll draw the name of one of our callers at random, and they're going to win a Fender guitar personally autographed by Richie Blackmore. That's all courtesy of RCA BMG Records. Stay tuned for all of it. Forthcoming on Rockline.
Some things that it had some depth to it.
And what are some of those other meanings?
Well, actually, it's one of those titles that says a lot about the people that their reaction to it. It says more about them than it does,
Yeah, hold that mirror up and make it come back on me. Thank you, Roger. Susan, thanks for the call. Let's talk to Jimmy as we head to Austin, Texas now. KLBJ FM 94 is our station there. Jimmy, you're on.
Yeah, I'd just like to wish Roger a happy 45th birthday on the 30th. And I was wondering if y'all are planning to do a box compilation of, like, classic Purple and previously unreleased songs.
Thank you for the birthday greeting, friend. Mr. Tact, come in. No, I don't mind being 45. It's good.
You kidding?
The vexed box question is basically this, that they released some CDs of old Purple stuff a while back. And I, of course, went out and bought one, because they don't send them to us. And I didn't think it sounded that good, so I kind of made a complaint to our previous management, who have the copyright. And they said, well, they'd try and get hold of Warner Brothers, and basically this has gone on for the last couple of years. And I've just written to Warner Brothers to find out what their plans are, because I'd like to get involved in remastering the stuff and making sure that now that vinyl's going, that, you know, the old stuff gets remembered and released in such a way that it's, you know, we're proud of it. So that's an ongoing question. There's no plans for a box set, but certainly if it does come out, I would very much like to be involved in it and make sure that it's the highest quality.
A lot of your fans would like to see that happen, like Jimmy. And Jimmy, thank you for the call. We're going to play something new right now from Slaves and Masters, Deep Purple, Fire in the Basement on Rockline.
Back door was locked. Pushed your button, rang the bell. You didn't hear me knock. Ooh, baby, I saw your window open wide. I crawled outside. I ran up to the top floor, but you were on the ground. Well, I was on my way, and you were going down. Fire in the basement. That I'm going through, sweet infatuation when I get next to you. Ooh, I know what it takes to be a man. Make one understand. 'Cause when the sparks start flying, you'll never be the same. You know I'm going to leave you, girl, but I'm so glad I came. Fire in the basement. Scream and shout.
Yeah, Fire in the Basement, Deep Purple from Slaves and Masters. And it's Rockline in progress. I'm Bob Coburn. We're with Roger and Joe from the band. We have Linda on the line in Chicago listening to the Loop FM 98. Hello.
Hi, Joe and Roger. How you doing?
Hey, Linda.
I have to say hi to Joe, especially from myself and Sherry York. And
Oh, hi. How are you doing? This is
members of the Joe Lynn Turner fan club.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you, Joe?
Well, we were pretty busy. How do you like the record?
I love the record. We all love the record. You guys are doing
Great.
a great job. And
Well, say hi to everybody. Kiss everybody for me.
pardon me?
Kiss everybody for me.
Oh, I sure will.
Okay.
But I got a quick question for you.
Go ahead.
And I wanted to know how you feel about following the footsteps of the other great vocalists who have been in the bands Deep Purple and Rainbow.
Well, without sounding arrogant or anything, Linda, Ian Gillan said some nice things. He said basically to just be myself and not try to be shadowed or anything like that. And I sort of made up a remark that says that I don't try to follow any footsteps. I just try to make some of my own. So that's basically the way what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do what I can bring to the band, within the band structure, within the identity of Deep Purple, which I feel very akin to, and I just let the rest happen.
Well,
So it feels real good.
Definitely happening. You sound good on this record, Joe. Real
Thanks,
good on this
Bob.
record. Linda, thanks for the call. We're going to talk to Emmy now in Saginaw, Michigan. Z93 KQZ is our affiliate there. And Emmy, you're on the show.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Emmy.
Hi, Emmy.
For Joe, I just wanted to know what it was like working with Richie Blackmore as opposed to working with Yngwie Malmsteen, because I've heard the two of them compared a lot, and I kind of wondered what the similarities and differences were.
Well, I think the comparisons were made as far as Yngwie trying to emulate Richie in the beginning. As far as working with these guys, they're two different individuals completely. It's like night and day. You know, one is collaborative, the other is uncollaborative. One is lack of ego, one has total ego.
Yeah, but which is which?
Yeah, who's who here? Yeah.
Oh, should I say that? Well, Yngwie's a bit difficult to work with. I really hope he gets what he wants. I really tried my best on the Odyssey record, but apparently he has another vision in mind, and I respect that. And I wish him well, but he seemed to know what he wanted and seemed to in that respect, he was a bit more uncollaborative, if you know what I mean. Whereas Richie is more of a band member, a team player, and we work out things together, and it's very professional when it comes to that. And that is a godsend compared to working with the Malm. You know, like I said, I wish him well, but thank God I'm here.
Very candid answer for you there, Emmy, from Joe. We're going to take a call from Denver now as we speak with Jeff, listener of 106.7 KAZY. Hi, Jeff.
Hi.
Hi,
Jeff.
Mr. Turner, I'd like to know if you have any personal favorite Deep Purple songs that you perform in concert, and also if you have any that you do not like to perform.
Well, I've been a fan of Deep Purple all my life. I think they were one of the big three back when I was growing up. That was Led Zepp, Black Sabbath, and Deep Purple. And I think pretty much these three bands started it all. Any bastardization of it, any heavy metal or anything that came out of it. As far as particular songs that I like or dislike, I don't think there's one that I dislike. I'd love to sing them all, of course, my way, and probably did in a cover band at one time or another in my life. But that's true. But as far as a favorite song of mine that was never given any real attention or any success was Pictures of Home. And I was up at a station in New England the other day, and I made them play it. And it just brought back all the old rushes. I think if anybody's got the album to throw Pictures of Home on, that was Machine Head, right?
Machine Head, yeah.
Yeah, and it gets the whole vibe of what Purple's about, and it's got the great riff and the great lyrics and chugging beat. And so I hope that when we all get to pick a song or two from the past around the old rehearsal fire, that I might be able to bring up Pictures of Home, and bring this to the audience today anyway.
There you go, Jeff. Thank you for the call. And we're going to play an old one ourselves in just a moment, as a matter of fact. In fact, one of those songs, if we don't play it, they'll burn down the gambling house. We're going to take a time out and be back with more from Deep Purple on Rockline. A little later on, we'll tell you how you could win a $1,000 shopping spree just in time for the holidays, courtesy of Rockline and Visa. Our number is toll-free, 1-800-344-ROCK, 1-800-344-7625. We're talking rock and roll on the Global Satellite Network.
Hello, this is Steve Winwood, and 1 week from tonight I'll be here to take your phone calls live and nationwide on Rockline.
Look forward to that 1 week from tonight, Steve Winwood. By the way, I think there's a guitar in the studio in New York, and I think Joe brought a harmonica, so we're going to ask Roger and Joe to play live a little bit later on. Right now, we go back to 1972, one of the all-time great rock and roll songs from Machine Head, Smoke on the Water, Deep Purple on Rockline. Smoke on the Water, Deep Purple from Machine Head. Joe, is that one you look forward to singing live?
Oh, actually, I have already with Rainbow. I mean, I've done it now and again. We used to come out with an encore sometimes and have fun with it. Like Richie would throw me the guitar. I think, Roger, you sang it once.
Yeah.
And Richie played bass, swap around.
Yeah, actually, my favourite story about Smoke on the Water was told to me by a singer who was in a band once, and some drunk came up the stage and said, do you do requests? And he said, well, yeah, maybe. What do you want? And he said, slow motion Walter.
Slow motion water.
Slow motion Walter.
A neat trick if you can pull it off. Yeah. By the way, everybody who gets in the air with Roger and Joe tonight will get an autographed copy of the brand new CD, Slaves and Masters. And then at the end of the program, we're going to randomly draw one of the callers' names, and they will get a Fender guitar autographed by Richie Blackmore. That's all courtesy of RCA BMG Records. So stay tuned for all of that. Let's talk to Norm in Vancouver, listening to 99.3 The Fox. Hello.
Great new album.
Thanks.
Thank you, Norm.
In a couple of your songs, Strange Kind of Woman and Knocking Your Back Door, you mentioned this woman named Nancy. Was she a real acquaintance, and was she a strange kind of woman?
Well, yeah, she was a strange kind of woman. There was actually, to my knowledge anyway, there wasn't any one person called Nancy. It's just one of those names that kind of comes up that sort of sums up lots of girls. There's two names actually that Ian Gillan used to use a lot. One was Nancy and the other was Janet.
I think the Beatles used Nancy as well. Well, didn't they use?
Yeah, on the White Album, there's a song
on the White Album.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
but all the girls called,
it's just a great name.
Nancy,
it's just one of the. Some people have great names and some people don't. Nancy's have great names.
Her name was McGill. She called herself Lil. Everyone knew her as Nancy.
Yeah,
right?
Good.
There you go.
Well spotted, Joe.
It's the same Nancy. It's the same one.
It's the same one, yeah.
Yeah, she gets around.
This is how rumors start. Norm, thanks for the call. We're going to talk to Lisa in Southington, Connecticut, a listener of 106 HCN in Hartford. Hello.
Hi. Now that Ian Gillan is gone, have you at least entertained the idea of playing any songs off the Burn and Stormbringer albums?
Well, it's quite possible, I suppose. I wasn't on the Burn and Stormbringer, and neither was Joe, so we'd have to learn them.
Yeah.
Would you mind sending us a tape so we can learn them?
Yeah, whip out that CD of yours, Lisa, and send it on down the line to him.
Actually, it's not a bad idea, actually.
No, it's not. It's some great songs.
A new lineup of Purple doing songs that...
Doing the old lineup of Purple that none of us were in.
Yeah. Kind of concept.
Lisa,
thanks. Lisa. Good idea.
Let's go to Tokyo. We're going to talk with Alan, a listener of Bay FM 78. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Alan.
A lot of new generation bands have been saying that we've been influenced by Deep Purple. How do you think you influenced those young bands, and how was your generation affected by their music?
It's probably in the way we walk. I don't know. I see a lot of people walking the same way these days. I don't know. We had our influences in our day, and we're quite honest about that. We all listen to music and we all listen to other songs and we go, well, yeah, we could do something similar to that. And that goes on all the time. And to hear bands doing the same thing to stuff we were involved in, it's kind of a compliment in a way. At the same time, it sort of really doesn't do anything for me, because where we were coming from was a completely different track. And when you hear the same idea, and it's somehow shallower when you hear it the second time around. They do it with more force, maybe do it with more gloss, but it's basically nothing new. But it's certainly quite a compliment.
Alan, thank you for the call. We're going to play one of the new songs for you right now from Slaves and Masters. This one is called Breakfast in Bed. Deep Purple on Rockline. Yeah, breakfast in bed. Deep Purple from Slaves and Masters. Back to the phones we go. Our next call for Roger and Joe is from Valencia, California. It's Chris, and he's a listener of 95.5 KLOS.
Yes, my question is for Roger. Yes, I'd like to ask you, in what ways is it different technically to produce recordings in the 90s as opposed to the 60s and 70s when you started?
That's a pretty good question, Chris. Too good. As a matter of fact, when we started out this recording, the idea was, I've been listening to rehearsal tapes, and they always sound much better than the finished product because you get that spontaneity. And so we were going to try and record this album in more of a live setting, more like just record the rehearsals kind of thing. And we ended up in a studio down in Orlando, which did have a very basic 24-track studio attached to it. And that was pretty much like recording 20 years ago, because everything crackled and popped and channels didn't work and all kinds of things like that. So we had to get equipment in. But real music gets recorded in pretty much the same way. As a matter of fact, although you've got a lot of technology available to you today, the real music gets recorded in pretty much the same way. A band plays live and you mic it well and you get a good sound. Doesn't change much. It gets recorded digitally, so you don't get so much tape hiss and stuff like that. But although you can get drum machines and synthesizers, real music, good hard rock music, should be recorded pretty much the same way as it was 15, 20 years ago.
Chris, good question and good answer from Roger for you there. We're going to move on to Bangor, Maine, and talk with Dave, a listener of K100. Dave, welcome to the Rockline.
Deep Purple!
Yo! Dude! You're listening to Rockline on the Global Satellite Network. Yes, we'll take another call. As a matter of fact, what we're going to do right now is take a time out. Got more coming up with Roger Glover and Joe Lynn Turner of Deep Purple on Rockline. The number's toll-free, 1-800-344-ROCK, 1-800-344-7625. Now, when we come back, I'll tell you how you can make your holiday shopping easier by winning a $1,000 shopping spree, courtesy of Rockline and Visa. Details are coming your way next. It's after the break, so don't go away.
Said, take me to your leader. I said, listen, man, you've got the leader right there in your 6 little hands. Nothing beats a Budweiser. Nothing beats a Budweiser. Nothing beats a Bud. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Back to Rockline. I'm Bob Coburn. We're with Roger Glover and Joe Lynn Turner from Deep Purple. We began tonight's show musically with King of Dreams, the recorded version of that from Slaves and Masters, and I understand we might finish it with a live version, huh, guys?
You understand right.
Good.
That's right. You're a very understanding person.
Yeah, thank you very much. Lay it on us.
Yeah, we've been doing this acoustically for a couple of times and kind of enjoy it. So
yeah, it's sort of the unplugged version. So you on Rockline. So let's have a go at it, Raj, will you?
It doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong. It really doesn't mean a thing. It doesn't matter if you like my song, as long as you can hear me singing. 'Cause I'm the thorn in every little girl's rose. You know I cut but never bleed. A shadow in the night, pure delight. I can satisfy you every need. Well, I'm a wistful dancer, a fantasy man, master of illusion, magic touching my hand. The stages are empty when I still You'll always win and never lose. Don't make a difference if you like it or not. Baby, I'm gonna change your attitude now. 'Cause all around me there is mystery and wonder. Can't you see it in my eyes? Yeah. I'll crack the sky, make you feel the thunder. You'll never see through my disguise. No, no, 'cause I'm a real smooth dancer, a fantasy man, master of illusion with my sleight of hand. All the stages are empty when I still a sense. Begging love, second-hand hero, king of dreams. Yeah, I'm the king of dreams. King of dreams, baby. King of dreams. Emotional squeeze through again and again. I know just how to please you. Now your mind is on the bend. Can't you feel the power? Surrender to my arms. Beyond the witching hour, we're traveling on and on, on and on, on and on. Yeah, I'm a real smooth dancer, I'm a fantasy man, master of illusion, magic touching my hand. The stages are empty when I still a sense. Better love, second-hand hero, the king of dreams. Well, I'm a real smooth dancer, fantasy man, master of illusion, sleight of hand. The stages are empty when I still a sense. Begging love, I'm the king of dreams. Oh yeah, I'm the king of dreams. King of dreams.
Yeah. Well, you did yourselves proud with that. That was really nice.
It's a lot of fun.
Good job, you guys.
Where's the
Roger
applause
Glover,
track?
Joe Lynn Turner.
I need the applause track.
Here's the applause track. There it is.